All right, South Africans have been promised smart cities for decades now, but our cities, smart or not, are they even working at all? City dwellers have to face blackouts, water shortages, traffic shortages and rubbish on the streets, not to mention high crime rates in the CBDs. Our reporters are on the ground speaking to people of the city. Heidi Giokos is in Johannesburg. Heidi, thank you for joining me. Of course, you know, we spoke earlier and we mentioned the potholes. That's a massive issue in the city of Johannesburg. But of course, we also face various other issues.
Yes, exactly. It's not just potholes that those in the suburbs are facing or constant rolling blackouts. You also have issues, for example, here in Soweto, where there is a lack of housing, there is water and sanitation issues, and the issue of crime, which remains a very big problem. I'm going to ask my colleague Tammy to just show you the area where we are now, where there's clearly major issues, and I'm also going to bring my guest in. Thank you for your time, Sanel Msibi. You are the community leader here. Maybe just speak to us about some of the problems that you face. I think it's evidently clear. Tammy is showing our viewers what's going on here. But you were telling me off camera, water and sanitation, housing, crime. Speak to us about the issues you face here as a community.
Yeah, we are facing many big problem issues here. Firstly, is houses. This hostel is very old. It was built many years back and is collapsing. It's collapsing. People are still living in this hostel, but it's old. It's collapsing with people there. But people, they don't have a choice because they're unemployed, so they can't go somewhere else to pay a rent. So they stay here. But as you can see, it's collapsing with them inside. It's so sad. It's so sad with our government coming here and keep on promising. The mayors, the ministers come here and keep on promising empty promises. You can see the people lives here. During the rains, the floods here. If it's windy, it is dusty. It's dusty. So this issue of housing, we've been reporting it from 2005, but it has become the song. So it's painful to us as leaders, because all these ministers and president, they've turned Deep Hostel into the playground. Who's the ball here? Who's the ball there? Is Deep Hostel people who stay here. They come and pay them here. They pay them here.
I want to ask you about the issues of crime. Maybe we can also just take a walk further up and also just show you the other issue of housing. But speak to us about the crime. How serious is it here?
Crime rate is very high. We are in trouble as leaders here. We are in trouble because we do report the killings here. There's been many cases. The Deep police station, they know it. We've been there sitting with Brigadier on boardroom discussing these killings. Because we are against crime. We want people to live in peace. We want people to live in a good environment with happiness.
I want to ask you about, unfortunately we can't show you now because it is further down, Baron, but I want to ask you about the issue of water and sanitation. It seems to be a massive problem here. There are no proper ablution facilities. We can see that there are a number of portable toilets that are obviously not being maintained. My colleague Tammy will show you to his left. They're scattered all over the place. So water and sanitation is a big issue here.
Yeah, water and sanitation is a big issue. You can't believe in the government. We call it democratic government, but we have got people who are still using bucket system. We have got people who still walk 500 meters for water. Remember, there is a break of cholera. Right now in Gauteng, there is cholera, but you expect people to be safe. Your people who vote you expect them to be safe. Because, as I tell you, they walk 500 meters for water. So the bucket system toilet is far. So that person can go out from the toilet and go and straight to his or her room. So it can spread. It can spread. The disease is very, very easy.
Yeah. I want to ask you. You were telling me earlier off camera that, for example, in these rooms here, where you can clearly see, have never been maintained. They literally are falling apart. The bricks are falling. That there are up to 11 people in one room.
Yes, these rooms are falling apart. With some are 11, some are more than that. Overcrowding is overcrowded rooms, and if you're inside, you see outside. If as you can see, we are inside, but you can see through. Inside, you can see they try to maintain themselves. These bricks, they try to get it and then rebuild it.
Yeah. I want to ask you, sorry, I don't want to interject there, Sanele, but I just want to ask you last question. Obviously, looking at the state of this area, Soweto is one of the biggest townships, yet it faces so many problems. Do you feel the city has failed you? You know, people say the city of Johannesburg is a smart city, but there's nothing smart here. You don't have the basics like water and electricity.
I can hear them saying world-class African city, and I ask myself, where? Look at Diepkloof. Diepkloof is the exit and entrance point of Soweto. And we have got a place like this. Government, COJ, State of Johannesburg, has failed us dismally, and above that, this hostel is the oldest buildings. Look at the next door. Here is the Diepkloof phase 3. New suburbs. Yeah. They were built after this hostel. Next to us, there are other many locations like you have got Mtwaledi. I can count many, but they ignore this place. It's painful. They have failed us. They failed us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sanele. We do appreciate it for showing us around. And it's evidently clear, Baron. I don't think there's much more to say or even show, because it's clear that people here are really struggling. And these are the realities of many in Soweto, not just here in Diepkloof. And one would think that because this is one of the biggest townships and just a couple of kilometers away is one of the biggest hospitals on the African continent, Chris Hani Baragwanath, yet people must be subjected to these living conditions.